atmosphere at Hillsborough today. It's been a season of sorrow for Sheffield Wednesday, and last night's draw at Highbury put the final nail in their relegation coffin. It's been coming since September, first under Danny Wilson's leadership and latterly stand-in boss Peter Shreeves, but that didn't make the reality any easier to bear today.
If they'd have played like they played last night throughout the season, then we might have stayed up, but unfortunately they didn't.
Well, I think they deserve to go down, and everything that Joe Ashton said is coming true. They should have got Shutter Wilson in February.
If you get a lot of foreign players that are over here just for the joyride, shall we say, and the money, this is what happens.
At one stage last night, Wednesday had given themselves a glimmer of hope. First, Gerald Cibon scored to level matters at 1 apiece. Wednesday then went in front when Andy Booth put Belgian international Gilles de Bilder clear for a run on goal. And finally, youngster Alan Quinn rounded England's #1 David Seaman to open up a shock 3-1 lead. But sadly for the Owls' travelling support, dreams of the greatest of all great escapes were snuffed out as Silvino cut the deficit with a flashing drive, and then Frenchman Thierry Henry struck the goal which consigned the visitors to the drop. So where does the club go from here? Shreeves has made it clear he wants to stay on as the boss, but Joe Kinnear is the fans' popular choice.
Well, it can galvanise the club, it can regroup the club. It's quite good on a limited budget, as is proof of Wimbledon, and you only have to see the demise of Wimbledon since Joe Kinnear left the club as to what the actual belief of a good manager can do to a team.
Just who is to take over, only chairman Howard Cully knows, but one thing is clear, half of Sheffield is in mourning tonight, and it'll be nationwide league football at Hillsborough next season.
Well, that's for sure. Well, our sportsman Mark Dexter is now at Hillsborough with the Sheffield Wednesday chairman Howard Cully. Mark.
Thanks, Mike. Well, I'm here at Hillsborough with Howard Cully, the Sheffield Wednesday chairman. Obviously, Howard, the side has been relegated now. Who do you think's to blame for what's happened at Sheffield Wednesday this season?
Well, I don't know. I know who's not to blame. Last night we played Arsenal. Very, very tough match, and there was a very strong fight down there. And what was marvellous about it was the support we got from our fans. Our away fans were tremendous, and that was good to see. And Peter Shreeves is the manager who we've gone down with, but he's certainly not to blame. We gave him a mountain to climb, and he's done his best, and so it's certainly not Peter. But I don't really want to look at blame. I mean, it's really looking forward now and seeing what we're going to do about things that matters.
Yes, I mean, obviously you have the issue of the shareholders and the vote of no confidence in the board. Will the board be facing a resignation vote?
Well, there's a requisition in for a general meeting. We're checking that that's valid, which it probably is, almost certainly is. And it's their right to call a general meeting, and so we will follow that procedure.
I mean, obviously the club does have some financial difficulties. When you're down in the First Division next season, are the finances going to be there to finance an attempt to get back to the Premiership?
Yes, it's going to be a very different scene. Clearly we've got a much reduced income, and so we are going to have to adjust the way we do things. But it's a different way of playing football, I think, in the nationwide. So the priority is now to put the right manager in place, so that we can work with him to put a team together, including a good number of the present squad, but to put a good team together to compete in the nationwide next year.
Obviously the fans are going to be asking the question, who is going to be the manager next season? When do you expect to make a decision?
Well, we've got a number of interested parties. The timetable we set when Peter was appointed temporarily was the close season, and so really reasonably early in the close season will be the ideal timetable for an appointment. Just
briefly, obviously Joe Kinnear is many of the fans' favourites. Does he enter the frame?
I'm not going into any individuals. There are a number of very meritorious candidates. We're a big club, we're attractive to people, and so I'm not going into individuals, but we do have a choice of people to look at.
Okay, well, Howard Cully, thank you very much for your time, and with that it's back